Hi, we are the team LabSet Go, Shai here, and Adam, Sunila, and Elvi are part of the team. We have identified a problem as scientists, basically, in a lab, in an everyday situation. We come to a lab, and we have cells growing since Wednesday, and it's Friday now. We want to treat the cells. We open the cell culture refrigerator, and you see that the bottle of media is gone. So basically, a wasted experiment. That ends up being a blame game and ends up being basically a decrease in productivity. So when we went around digging for a customer survey, we found that most of the headaches is centered around lapse in ordering when supplies run out, downtime in receiving, and surveying vendor information. So if you were to further dig into it, we got some interviews from some of the people. And the major problem is that in a secluded lab space environment, most of the desktops are far away from where actually the lab space is. So there's an inconvenience in that. If there is a storage space wars going on in the lab, on the floors generally, and that actually leads to a lot less or a lot more of stocking up, too many vendors and too many options, and that leads to ineffective communication with the supply chain management. So if you put some numbers into this, it actually boils down to quite a bit of a huge amount of time that's wasted. So up to 100 labor hours lost in just hunting find. Cost of downtime amounts to about 10,000 a year. Cost of storage wars ends up you holding either too less or too more, and ends up being 4,000 a year in expired chemicals. And institutional costs ends up being up to 1.5 million for a 100 lab average institute. So our solution is our solution is, I'll just skip to the lab, to put an LSG cube little device. Right now our first prototype is a dash button sort of prototype where you stick it in your secluded lab space where your stockpile of items are kept. And you just stick it underneath that, and whenever you are in your full gear PPE attire, you hit the button, it populates the LabSet Go software with everything in it, and sends an alert message to the authorized personnel, and that alerts the supplier to place the order. So obviously we are at our first prototype right now, and we envision a second prototype, which is the next-gen LCD screen button. Again, the idea here being the convenience of actually hitting the button when you are in a space, in a secluded lab environment, and you do not want to leave that in order to place the order. So our business viability over here, we are trying to basically get in touch with the supply chain management to make a basic kit for regular consumables available for gloves, pipettes, and dishes, something that's used every day, and a premium kit for antibodies and cell culture media that we will customize it along with the lab-specific needs. So our opportunities for use, we envision it to be great. It's the institutional supply chain management, individual research labs, and also the clinical research labs. And with that, we promise connectivity, convenience, and customizability, and stay stocked. And as I said, we are a really new team, and so we would love to hear your ideas. So please get in touch with us if you have ideas of improvement, ideas of how this product would help you, and waiting to hear your performance.
I'll speak very loud. You have a limited amount of time.
Martha, we need it for the recording.
Where's the microphone?
It's on there. It's on the speaker.
We need a second one. That's how we should.
Thank you. As you look at this space and the product that you're offering or the service you're offering, who is your primary competition? Because I would imagine that some of your vendors must be certainly thinking about this.
So there is this company called Squadsy that we found, which basically has a fancier version of the spreadsheet, I would say right now. That I would say is a competitor for now for us. But other than that, the vendors themselves are probably dealing with the supply chain management directly, and so they don't really talk to the PIs unless you're ordering specific consumables. So they have contracts, like for in case of Mayo Clinic, which is a big institute, they have contracts with the supply chain management, and that's what they're dealing with. They never really get to talk to us much.
All right, time for one more little refresher when we get set up.
So you're essentially sort of the last mile, right? I mean, do you actually handle the ordering? Or do you just distribute, collect and distribute from some central location of the university?
We want to work with the existing ordering system to make it convenient for the PIs and clinical labs and core labs to place an order. So essentially what we felt was missing was there's a link that stops right at the supply chain management, and after that it's done, like basically. And so in your regular everyday floors or the lab space, you have too much of something, too less of something, and so we're trying to communicate that more effectively. That's